All right. Happy Sunday, y'all. Hope you're doing absolutely awesome. Man, oh man, it is amazing technology. I absolutely love it. Partly why company Teched Out Pros helping businesses leverage tech and proven marketing strategies for rapid growth. All right, I've committed. I'm trying to get better at creating more content and sharing what we're doing while along the journey, right? And so I just wanted to take a second here and kind of showcase what I was working on this morning, because it's one of those where I guess like with anything, right? Like if you're in this industry or you're working with AI and advanced AI assistants and things, like, yeah, it's cool, but sometimes because you've seen more of an iterative process, it's some of the just the initial like shock or effect might not be as great. Okay, and so this is really awesome, and especially if you've never interacted with like advanced AI stuff, especially both on the chat and on voice, then I think you're gonna love this. And so let me share my screen, and I'm gonna share with you here what basically I built out this morning, and then I'll share some insight into it as well. All right, and so quick context: this is a way to basically capture and convert more website visitors into booked appointments, closed sales, building your audience, growing your lead list, etc. All right, and so some websites nowadays, they'll have like a chat widget or something like that, which is certainly better than nothing. If you're like me, you've probably reached out to a business before, and it's either been hours, days, weeks, or maybe never that you heard back from them. And in this very fast-paced world of today, people want immediate responses. People want to be able to reach out to a business, for instance, and be able to speak with or interact with, I'm going to say like a person, right? In this case, we're using like advanced AI assistants, but essentially to be able to interact with someone and answer their questions and help, solve whatever it is that they're looking to have resolved. And so first off, if you don't at least have something like a chat widget on your website, I would highly recommend doing that at a bare minimum. Now, if that's the only step you take, the way technology is advancing, you're going to get left behind. And let me share my screen and I'll show you why. All right, let me scoot myself over a little bit. Okay, so chat widget, right? Now, a couple things. We use basically a live 24/7 chat. So it's not like a chat widget that then notifies the business owner that they then have to, still go in and respond or something like that, where again, it still may be minutes, hours, days before the website visitor gets a response. And like I mentioned a second ago, people aren't going to sit there and wait for a response, right? If they try to reach out to your business and they're not able to interact, they're just going to go back to Google and go to the next one down the list, okay? And so it's really important that you have, one, a way for them to communicate, to interact with your business, but then also then the second part of that is that it that response can be immediate, right? Or as quickly as possible. All right, so we do have, and I'll showcase this here in a second, but here's the really cool thing that a couple things I added this morning. So we've really gotten big into the voice AI assistants. It is so awesome. It's really sweet. And so now, like, they don't even need to call like a phone number. Okay, this is what we called an orb, a floating orb. And so they can click it. This works way better on mobile, just first of all. Now, you're not going to hear it because the speakers actually are coming through the headphones here. But basically, it's welcoming you to Teched Out Pros. By the way, if you want to check this out yourself, go to techedoutpros.com. Techedoutpros.com, and you can absolutely check this out yourself. Anyways, but you click on this, and our advanced AI assistant is having a conversation with you. Are you there? It's so cool. Anyways, and so that's definitely one thing is like, again, one of the things that kind of it's on desktop, and part of the reason that I have the live chat is because it's way easier to message, like to text, to type back responses on desktop than it is to, to speak, typically to have a call via like your desktop computer or laptop. And so here we're meeting people with where they're at, basically. So if they're on mobile, and let me pull it up and I will show you here real quick. And actually, let me hop back over here to my main screen. So if you're on mobile, right there in the center, top of the fold, very easy. Basically, press here if you want to check it out. Again, you could have that say press here for immediate service, press here to contact the business, whatever you want. But like, it's so good on mobile, especially because you're already used to communicating via voice through mobile. Okay. But then we have the chat widget over here, the live chat widget. And so over here, it's so cool. And so you can just message it in, and it knows about our business. It knows like certain questions to ask, things like that. Now, again, techdoutpros.com if you want to go and check it out yourself. If you've used other AI chatbots, things like that, I'm not going to name names, but you may be thinking, man, how hard, how complex is this to set up, right? Because some of the other ones, maybe you've had to set up like multiple workflows or automations, or all these different webhooks, or connect multiple softwares, or all this stuff. With what we've built, yeah, there's none of that. It is so seamless and unbelievable. Man, oh man, there's no, it doesn't take like 10 or 20 workflows or automations. There's no webhooks. There's no connecting multiple softwares. There's no anything like that. So it is so awesome. And again, here I'm on desktop with the camera here, and so I'm doing the live chat, able to interact and respond. And so again, it's going to go through and it's going to ask me questions. Now, take a look at this. And so we give it like prompting and guardrails, guidelines, things like that. But then we let it run, right? We kind of give it a task-based framework, but it has a lot of autonomy within that. And so we'll see here. Let's see. Always happy to satisfy some curiosity with marketing savvy and some tech magic. Look at that. So there's like, that's it. That is it doing this. Now, if you get deep into like the back end of AI and stuff, there's or if you've used like ChatGPT, OpenAI assistants, there's some temperature things that you can adjust. And so actually from my last kind of run through of this to this one, I actually adjusted the temperature so that it's using a little more creative language. It's using things like that. What kind of business? Let's say we are in roofing. See if this works. Now, where I'm trying to get to, because I think this will really blow your mind here. Again, let me see if it gets to it. But one of the things that I've set it up to do is it should, again, I should have tested it probably before going live. It should ask me for my website. Oh, there we go. Do you have a website where I can learn more about your services? So when I put in a website, it is actually going out. It is it's doing two things. It's summarizing the website and then scraping the raw data. And so, for instance, like let's say you're a real estate agent, right? And you have on your website like a page with all the open listings and things. We can scrape that raw data, and in the conversation, in the live chat, it could ask the person, so what kind of property are you looking for? Oh, I'm looking for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house with a garage, something like that. And it will have the details on all your properties, right? And so it can be like, hey, we have 2 listings, like 2 active listings right now that meet your criteria. Are you interested in meeting with John to discuss in more detail? So how cool is that? Like, we can scrape websites, summarize websites. We can do so much really cool stuff here. And so here, I'm going to put escaladeroofing.com. And so what it's doing right now is it's going out and it's pulling that data. And if we were on a live chat with the AI assistant, it would basically, it'll tell you, it'll say, hold on 1 second, why go and check out your website. And if it doesn't know how to spell it, it will ask, same thing like this. It'll ask you via the voice, how do you spell that? And so it has gone and it has scraped Escalade Roofing. And so this is one of our clients we're working with. And on there, like, they've won numerous awards. One of them being this Super Service Award, I think like 3 or 4 years now. And so, like, how cool is that? I told it to go and basically summarize the site and look for something to compliment the user on. Pretty sweet, huh? Anyways, I'm not going to keep going through all this, but you can come here, techedoutpros.com, and check it out. And again, if you are not, man, oh man, nothing's going to take away at the end of the day from that final human touch, typically. But think about it. If you can generate leads on autopilot, right, which is what it's doing right now. I came to the website. There's no human interaction, and it has now gotten my name. It's gotten my website. It's gotten, like, it's capturing that information and updating the CRM. And so it's generating leads, right? It's going to go through, and you can see here, are you currently using any tech for appointments or customer follow-ups, right? It's qualifying me. So it's capturing the lead. It's qualifying the lead. And here, actually, I'll just keep going for a second. And again, I have so much confidence in what we do in the build that I haven't even tested this. Like, I finished getting this put on updated on the website and stuff, and going live. And so look, like, boom, how's that sound? That sounds amazing. So it can generate leads, right? And this is just one piece of what it can do. This is just the website piece. Never mind the calling and following up to confirm an appointment. Never mind calling up, after the appointment. Never mind, like, calling to stale leads. Never, like, all this stuff. Okay, so generate leads, qualifying leads, booking appointments. Those are usually the 3 big things that most businesses need, right? And so how about we set up a chat with one of our experts to dig into this. They can tailor recommendations. What days work best for you? I don't know. Tuesday afternoons work really well. And you see, like, I'm just speaking how I would a normal person comes to the chat, right? Like, or I could put here, actually, next Thursday works great. And so not only will it look at the calendar for, like, okay, on Tuesday, but it also has the context to know what day and time it is currently, and next week. And so when I say next Thursday, like, it knows when it's looking at the calendar what day is actually next Thursday. And so here, because I initially said Tuesday, it pulled some dates and times. But then when I said actually next Thursday, look, it pivoted. Sounds like a plan. How's Thursday at 3:30? Open just for you. Shall we lock it down? Like, how, I mean, and this language, it's very human-like. right? Like one of the things that I've spent quite a bit of time on is how do you make it AI but not sound like AI, right? And so one other quick, really quick side side story here. As I'm typing, you may notice there's like a 3-second delay, 4-second delay. That's actually intentional. So originally, we basically had no delay. And so the responses were coming in within like half a second. And the feedback from clients was people knew it wasn't a human because it was responding too quickly. So we actually had to go and put in a delay to make it seem more human-like, which is too funny. But anyways, I'm not actually going to book it because then this would book it actually on my business partner on Tobias's calendar, and obviously I don't want to necessarily do that. But again, like we've got the voice orb, right? So you can click. It's not a phone call, so it's not necessarily like going through using minutes. It's not like anything like that. Like it's literally just a voice back and forth, like a walkie-talkie interaction, which is so freaking awesome, right? And so you've got the voice for mobile. Now, again, we're always testing. Like we're always trying to push the envelope, and so we'll probably leave the voice orb on desktop and mobile. I mean, one idea is you make that just mobile, right? So just on like your cell phone, because that's where most, especially the voice interactions are coming from. And you leave the live chat on the desktop. But again, it looks so good, like having both of them, even on the mobile or on the iPad or on the desktop. Right now, I'm just gonna leave them on both sides. But yeah, man, I mean, it's so crazy. It's so crazy the way technology's come and you saw even the verbiage, like it's very human-like. It's very fluid. When I said Tuesday afternoon works, and then I went back and said actually next Thursday would be better, like it pivoted, right? Sounds like a plan. Let's look at Thursday. And so it's crazy how good these are getting. I don't necessarily want to say like how intelligent, because at the end of the day, like it's taking data, right? I mean, it's not necessarily intelligent like a human intelligence kind of thing, if that makes sense. But when you give it like, here's the parameters, here's the guardrails, here's the guidelines, here's the tasks I want you to do, like a task-based framework kind of thing, it does really well. It does really well with that, as you saw. And that conversation I just showed you via live chat, same thing via the voice. Because one of the really cool things is that our voice and chat AI assistants are all combined. Like it's all one. So you don't have to go set up separate chat assistants. You don't have to go set up separate voice assistants. You don't have to, like, it's all integrated into one seamless thing. And so yeah, it's so awesome. I'm super excited. But again, I just wanted to hop on here. I'm trying to get better at documenting what we're building, because we are definitely doing some cutting edge technology combined with proven marketing strategies, basically, right? And so think about it though, like let's say you're running ads. I mean, think about running a Facebook ad to a phone call, direct to like a phone call that an advanced AI assistant can answer 24/7. Right? How awesome is that? Right? How immediate are you forget the whole contact the lead within 5 minutes. AI can either take the inbound call or call them, right, when they submit the lead form, something like that, within seconds. So sweet. So sweet. So sweet. Anyways, if you're interested in checking it out yourself, go to techdoutpros.com. Feel free, play around with the voice, the chat, live chat widget, etc. And if you want to implement tech and leverage proven marketing strategies in your business, let me know. Always open to a chat, or quite frankly, actually, don't let me know. Go to our website, use the live chat, use the live voice, and just go ahead and book it yourself. Awesome. Have a wonderful rest of the day. I will talk to you guys later.